Hello everyone, it's Melanie here with Benny Chill Studio. Welcome to my channel. If you followed me for any amount of time, you know I have a penchant for vintage, anything vintage. And these dainty hankies are no exception. This one has a little sticker that says made in Switzerland. I wanted to keep that intact. Now, when I'm working with vintage ephemera, I can only cut this if it has stains or holes in it. This particular little hanky is in pristine condition. Maybe it has a little bit of tears, but it's in pretty good shape. So you know that I cannot, with a good conscience, cut this hanky. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to preserve this using this beautiful paper for the mat of my card. I'm bringing over this little die, which is actually a pocket. I've never used this before. It's been in my stash for quite a while. I'm going to cut that pocket out of the exact same paper that I'm going to be using on the card front. So I've die cut the pocket. It looks a little, I guess, like a jeans pocket, but I'm not concerned about that. And then I cut a little piece just out of white, a little heavier cardstock to stabilize this pocket. And I'm going to fold over the edges. I think this is what you're supposed to do with this pocket here, to actually create a pocket for the front of my card. And you'll see how I'm going to use this. So that's how the edges will fold over. But I'll put this out straight again and just adhere my paper, my patterned paper, over this more stabilizing cardstock. I'll get those glued together. And that is going to actually create a real pocket for the front of my card. So the idea was to fold this little hanky to fit into the pocket without having to deconstruct any part of the hanky this week. I'm kind of proud of myself for figuring this out. I didn't know how else I would put this on the front of the card and, get it to work as a functioning card. But anyway, again, let me stabilize this with the white portion because I need this to hold up when I actually put that hanky into the pocket. I don't want to tear that patterned paper, so that's why I'm stabilizing it with this little piece of cardstock here. It's very easy to line up because you can see directly through all these little perforated holes in the pocket. And so there you go. Easy to line up. Now I'll go back and fold these edges in again. And then I decided I didn't want this to lay flat on my card because I'm not putting other paper in there. Even though the hanky is a little thin, it's still bulkier than another piece of paper. So I will give myself a little leeway here and just clip the edges of this so I can fold those in, and then I'm going to bring over some foam tape and put it on those folded in edges. And this will pop the pocket up from my card front just enough to give me a little more wiggle room to get that whole hanky into the pocket. You'll see what I mean here when I get this put down on the front of my card. So that's very simple. Again, I need to be able to put the whole hanky in there because the idea was to keep it fully intact, and that's what I plan to do. If you're interested in this project, I will have all the dimensions and supplies that I use listed in the description below this YouTube channel. This YouTube video. So pop on over there if you're interested in the dimensions for the card this week. I hope you get inspired to try to find some vintage ephemera for your cards, like these little hankies. And if they're in good shape, try to come up with a way to preserve them if you can. As you know from my other videos, I don't have a lot of heartburn about cutting these up if they have holes and stains in them. That doesn't bother me because they were probably headed for the trash anyway. But when they are in this good of shape, I wanted to find a way to gift this to someone the way it is. And that's how I came up with this whole pocket idea. So you can see now, I hope you can see the dimension this adds to the front of the card. And it does give me enough room there in the opening to be able to fold the hanky. Now I have to get creative in how I'm going to fold this and put this into my card. But it wasn't that difficult. So I'm kind of just going towards the center here. And I wanted to leave that front scallop part out, especially with the little Made in Switzerland sticker on the front. So I'll work with this just to kind of tuck in portions of it and leave the other portions hanging over the pocket. So now you can see it doesn't really matter if this pocket with those little perforations, you know, that it looks kind of like a jean pocket. It's not going to matter when I get this hanky tucked in there the way that I want it. It's just a functioning pocket, so that's the whole idea there. Okay, that's kind of the gist of the whole card. I'll show you a look at the inside here, and of course I've embossed the flap on my envelope. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're new to the channel, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you're returning, it's so good to see you again. I'm glad you're following along on this journey with me. I hope you have a great day, and happy crafting, everyone.